And welcome back to Going Solo here on Music Free Gaming. It's great to have you here. I am back in my storage room and I am hoping to get this thing done today. It's been a lot of work. Been getting the filters in place. You can see all the happy little signs I've got going on behind me. I'm not filtering everything yet, but I'm making progress and that is awesome. Hey, so got some good stuff. I'll break it down here for you. So if you were here at the stream last week, you know I was trying to get the rest of the storage room laid out, and I've got this. I'm gonna take this back wall, and I've done a couple of things. I've got myself a nice stone generator here. Got a basalt generator, so that is awesome. And then I decided to build a honey farm. So I've got a small mixed farm, mostly does honeycomb, sometimes it spits out bottles. I decided to have a dedicated farm for just honey bottles. So that's going here with storage happening in this area. And then in this section, I thought what I would do is set up a number of small things like composter, a trash bin, maybe a flower vending machine, something along those lines, right? So that's what all is going to go here. And yeah, so I think it's time to get started, or maybe get finished on the bee farm. All right, now before I can really get this bee farm operational, I need to set up a breeder. Now this may not be the most efficient thing in the world, but I've got myself a bee nest, which has a couple of bees in it. And I can turn it off with this convenient switch. I might put a little something there just to hide that when it's extended. But the idea is bees can pop out, right? Hop around here. I can get flowers from the very handy rose here. Oops, I can't bone meal it with roses. I have to bone meal it with, bone meal. And then, when the bees pop out, I can breed them. So, awesome. Now, the idea is then, the little bees should try to fly through this gap and end up in the rest of the farm. So that is awesome. I need to close it up before I do that, so I'm going to leave the farm off. That by closing this, it keeps the bees locked in the hive so they don't pop out and get all laggy and stuff. And then I guess the next thing I need to do is start getting everything set up to collect the honey. Well, the redstone is all set up mostly. I've got the item filters here, which are going to be sure that these dispensers facing the hives only pull out the honey bottles and not empty bottles. Unfortunately, I only have 5 bottles and I have another 8 or something hoppers to fill. So I'm waiting for my bees to continue to be busy over my old farm. So that's a thing. So I'll fill those up here in a minute. And then on the back side, I've got your fairly typical honey thing. Oh, I just realized I don't have any of the redstone in place. Well, I thought this was done, but anyway, the idea is the comparator will read the hive, output a signal when it's full. It outputs a signal at any level, but when it's full, it'll trigger these repeaters, which will then trigger this dispenser to suck up the honey, which will then get pulled out through the item filter, and it's going to be lovely. So that is the plan. So I need to finish getting this redstone in, and then I need to put a roof on top of this so I can start getting bees bred, because that's going to be nice. Though I suppose I may want to wait until I get all the honey bottles in. But we'll see how this goes. This is why I'm recording it, not streaming it, because waiting for bees to do their thing just takes forever. Seriously, forever. So it turns out I am an idiot. Yes, you may be shocked to find out, but I am, in fact, an idiot. So I was going over here to craft up some note blocks for some decorations and stuff, and I noticed this. See, it looks like, hey, look, you can craft honey bottles from a honey block and glass bottles. Seriously. Seriously. Yeah. I totally forgot this was a thing. I don't craft honey bottles. Why would I ever? I go the other way. I craft bottles into honey, not honey into bottles. Fine. But now I don't have to wait for my bees to get their bee thing on. And now I can just come in here and set the filters, and doesn't matter how loud the trucks are that drive by, I can go ahead and do that. I've also got a lid on the farm, so now I can start breeding up bees. So that's a good thing. All right, time to go fill in the filters. Okay, so opened up the beehive, got my happy bees, so we'll breed up a couple of those. Now, what should happen, now we got this little baby bee, and you know, I may have made a mistake with all of this here, because now the babies are going to hang out here. So let's take down that and put my roses away. And I think what I need to do is replace this stuff, this azalea, just with some grass. And then what'll happen is the baby will want to head out that way, just like this guy's trying to do, and make his way into the rest of the hives. So let me go get some grass and rip out all of their happy food. They're going to be... Oh, maybe I should also put a roof on this place too. Ooh, okay. Okay. Let's do that now before all of my bees escape, because... All right, I've already lost one. All right, time to go fetch my bees. All right, come on, little bee. Back into the home. Come on, back this way. That's right. You can do it. You can do it. You can go back. No, this bee does not want to go back into... I may have to take out the door. Come here, dude. There we go. Perfect. This is your home now. You live here. All right. Anyway, go get some grass. And it worked. My little bee guy right up over there flew through the gap, and now he's hanging out over here and is going to start filling up these hives. Now I only have, let's see, 30 something more bees to go. But it's all right. It's all right. It'll take some time, but it'll work. Also, I'm putting slabs here in the floor over the redstone so that it doesn't interrupt the filter, but I'll still get to keep the spruce floor look. So yeah, sweet. Now I just need to finish getting some decorations in here and some other stuff, and a lot more bees. But progress is being made, and this is going to be awesome. Well, I'm an idiot. Round 2 has begun. I realized, hey, I've got bees. Let me start throwing some glass bottles in. This is great. Except I can only reach the dispensers on the end. The way I've got this set up, the flowers all here, the bees, the decorations, all this good stuff. And I can't get at the dispensers. I thought I had this all planned out so I could run stuff across. And apparently, as I was setting up this sensor for the honey, I totally missed it. Totally. Just not even close. So now I'm going to have to tear out a good chunk of this in order to get all of the hoppers I need to feed the dispensers. And I'm an idiot. It happens. All right. Time to go fix my screw up. Okay, we need to talk for just a minute. You ever had those moments when you look at your life choices and you think, I done screwed up? Yeah, it happens. It happens to everybody. It's okay. No, seriously, it's okay. You don't have to deal with what they call the sunk cost fallacy, where you spent so much time or money or something on a project that you just can't throw it out now. Well, that's where I'm at with my honey farm. I was trying to build this thing up so I wouldn't have to load up with, I don't know, 108 stacks of bottles. To pre-fill every dispenser in the farm. And that led to a really complicated bit of redstone. You can see where I dug it all out. And ultimately it came down to, what the heck am I doing? Seriously. It comes a point in your life where you just have to think, this was a mistake. And that's where I'm at. So I tore out all that ugly stuff. I've replaced it with something really simple. But to deal with that, I am now smelting up 104 stacks of... It's like 5 shulker boxes, actually. So it's more than 104 stacks. 5 shulker boxes of sand so that I can get enough bottles to fill the farm. But it's okay. Sometimes these things happen and you just go with it. So next time you run into one of those problems where you think, man, I just can't fix this. Sometimes starting over is the right choice. And that's where I'm at now. Well, that took far longer than it should have, but the bee farm is now done. And got everything set up. I need to add more bees, of course. I only have 2 in this whole mess, so that's going to take a little time to breed them up, but it's going. Got a nice little spot here, right? I can come in, drop the glass bottles. That's now filling out the rest of the dispensers in there. And I've got it set up now so it'll collect all the honey bottles that drop, and they'll all end up in this chest. So actually they'll end up in this column of chests. And surprisingly enough, this part's not done. Because, this took ridiculously long. Way too much time than it should have. So, got that going for me, I guess. But, at least that project is done. I was wanting to get a whole lot more done, but I guess that's going to be a problem for future me. Okay, got all the bees in place, though can't see them. They've all ducked into the hive. But I have decided to install one other feature. If I hit this lever, it drops these trap doors down. And those block the bees from leaving the farm. Basically, this allows me to turn the farm off. If there are bees outside, like that guy, right, I can close this. The bees will still be able to go into the hive, but they won't be able to pop out. So that gives me a nice way to turn the farm off if I decide I don't need any more honey. And I've got some. Yep, see, popped it, out come all the bees. So, excellent. So, nice little feature just to keep things sane if I'm done with the honey for a while. But I still have some more bottles to go, and it's gonna be great. I'm gonna have all the honey that I could ever want. That's gonna be awesome. Thanks to my disastrous redstone attempts, that's about all the time I've got for the video today. But hey, at least the bee farm, honey farm is done. And no, it's not perfect. And yes, it does occasionally spit honey bottles out to despawn rather than getting sucked up. But it's pretty good for the most part. Thank you all for joining me today. It's been great fun. And until next time, be excellent to each other. And this is Music Free Gaming signing off.